guys! So I'm doing this video on my laptop now instead of my phone. I'm hoping that gives us better quality, but I guess we'll see. So now we're about 2.5 weeks into this trip and it's still a whirlwind, but it's been a lot of fun. So this weekend we started off, so Thursday night after class, we went to the mall to get some stuff and we ate dinner. We ate McDonald's because we were all kind of homesick. And so we went to bed around 1 or 2-ish, and I woke up at 4 and I was like, all right, I'm gonna be sick. So I was sick for a while, and then Friday morning we woke up and we had to leave at 7 because we had a 4-hour drive ahead of us to go to Petra. So that was a fun drive. I was very sick and very dehydrated, and it was just not pleasant. But we went to Petra, and that was an experience. It wasn't really what I expected. It was very beautiful, but honestly, wasn't my favorite part of the trip. It was the one thing that everybody expects you to love, and it's kind of the big thing, but it was not underwhelming because Petra itself was gorgeous, but the politics around were kind of messy, and some of the people there were a little unpleasant, some of the workers. So there were some issues with that. I don't really want to broadcast that, but if you have questions, message me. But so we did that, and so I was on the verge of fainting basically that whole walk. We walked about 6 miles, only walked 5 miles because for half a mile we got a donkey ride, and then for the other half a mile we got a horse ride. But walking 5 miles in the heat and in being sick and not being able to have a lot of water that was cool was difficult, but we survived. And then we went straight from there. We went from Petra to Wadi Rum. Got to Wadi Rum around 6, and we just immediately climbed up on this little mountain, and we're kind of rock climbing, and we watched the sunset from there, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And then we stayed in like Bedouin tents, and they made serb, which is like a traditional Bedouin way to make meat, which is where they bury it in the morning with coals and it cooks all day, and then at night when it's time for dinner they pull it out of the ground, and it was like trays. It was rice and chicken and lamb, and it was delicious. It was hard to eat because I was still sick, but survived, and it was delicious. And then we slept in the tents, and that night, if you've seen my pictures on Facebook, I got married. Part of the experience there is you can get married in a traditional Bedouin wedding. And so they put me in the dress, they put on the hatta, they put Kazim in the hatta, and they put a coat on him, and we rode in. He had a camel and I had a camel, and there was like a box on top of the camel that was decorated. It had like hearts, it had like flowers and a heart around like the front. It was really cute. It was a fun experience. Then we danced all night. And then we all laid on the ground and watched the stars because it was just out in the desert, and it was just absolutely gorgeous, and you could see the silhouette of the mountains around you, and you could just see stars, so many stars forever. And we had a good conversation, and it was a great night. And then the next morning we woke up at 5, and at 5:30 we took a sunrise camel ride, which was fun. We got to ride the camels out, and then we did like a little bit of climbing, and we watched the sunrise, and it was gorgeous because you could again see the silhouettes, again pictures below, and it was surreal. And then we rode back, and then they do like a little tour, and so we drove to 4 different spots, and we just went rock climbing and kind of exploring and took tons of pictures, and it was a lot of fun. And then at the end of it we had like traditional tea, and we hung out in one of the tents, and then we came back and we packed our stuff and we left because it was getting really hot. It was about 11 at that point. It was just sweltering heat. And so we went straight from there to Aqaba, and then we spent that day on the Red Sea and hung out by the pool and just kind of enjoyed it, relaxed. Again, went out that night, kind of just hung out, went to bed super late, slept on the floor so I didn't sleep anyways. And then the next morning we got up and we took a boat ride, and they took us out, and then we went not scuba diving. We went snorkeling around and like looked at the reef and just kind of looked around, and it's so clear, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And then they fed us on the boat, again, chicken and lamb and the traditional meal, and it was delicious. And then we came back, we hung out for a little while in the pool, tried to take a quick shower because we were just disgusting by that point with all the dirt and the like salt water and stuff. And then we made the 5-hour drive back home. And then I was gonna do this video yesterday, but it was Cosmo's birthday, who's my hubby. And so we went out last night to smoke hookah and celebrate his birthday, and that was a ton of fun. And I literally came here so excited to eat traditional food, and last night I ate grape leaves and smoked hookah, and I felt like the stereotypical white girl in the Middle East, but you know, it was delicious, so I'm not complaining. And so it was incredible, and it was gorgeous, and we got to talk to so many people and just kind of experience it and do all the things that like every tourist in Jordan needs to do. And now for the rest of the trip, we're just kind of gonna enjoy it and explore more of Amman and do less touristy things and more like heart of Amman things. So I'm super excited about that. There'll be tons of pictures below, so watch them if you're curious. And then I'm gonna try and get back on with another video soon about my mental health while I'm here and what it's kind of been like for that. See ya!